Hi everybody, Paul Sesnick here. Welcome to this trailer to my YouTube channel. This is where I'll tell you a little bit about what it is I teach and why it may be of interest to you. I have been a teacher for over 35 years using a book called A Course in Miracles. This is a game changer. I think of it as a gift to all of mankind because its teachings relate to each and every one of us. The author of this book is Jesus the Christ. We know that because throughout the book, in many references, he talks about his life 2,000 years ago, things that he taught at that time, things that people didn't understand. They couldn't grasp them at that time, or they've been changed over the centuries since those days, so that today they're not understood correctly as he had meant them to be understood. So he uses this course, his course, as a way of restating what he had taught 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, people were at a level of consciousness of 90 out of 1,000. On this map of consciousness developed by David Hawkins decades ago, people were down at a level of 90. You'll see it down in the brown area. Well, we'll call it fear. Fear was 100. And people function basically at a level of fear 2,000 years ago. That's a level of survival. Just being able to live, to get by without being killed by someone, a level of consciousness that just was at a level of existence, but not one of spiritual integrity. They weren't there then. Maybe some people were, but they would be really the few. Today, the level of humanity as a whole is up around 210, just above those red arrows there, about 210. In other words, humanity is waking up. Humanity is waking up to the idea that there is a higher nature within themselves. Anything below those red arrows is anti-life and comes from the lower egoic mind. Up in the blue areas, that is your higher God mind. And you have both of those minds, one the ego, one your higher self, within your head at the same time. And throughout the day, you are listening to either one voice, which would be the higher voice, which would be your higher self or Holy Spirit, same thing, or the lower egoic self. You cannot listen to both minds at the same time. They do not equate. In fact, the lower mind, I would say, is actually the separation from the Creator. When you get up to the blue areas, you're able to reason. You're able to love unconditionally. You can't do that down in the brown areas. You're just too fearful. It's no wonder there is that verse in the Bible that says, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. People might have thought that many hundreds of years ago, but not today. That is not true today. People are waking up to the idea that God is not to be feared at all, unless you're down in there thinking in egoic ways. So my teaching talks about this map of consciousness. I use that. I also refer from time to time to this book called The Law of One. This is where Ra in The Law of One says, if you can live 51% of the time at a level of higher consciousness, God mind, the higher self, you will transition out of this third density world into the fourth density world, and you will not come back here again. You'll be done with a world that's creating war all the time, people killing each other, people not realizing they're all created by the same Creator. Why would they go around shooting each other when really we are all part of the same family? But that's what people do. So if you want to stay with me and learn more about all of this, I invite you to keep watching this channel as we go into 2024 and beyond. There's lots to talk about. 2024 is going to be a very big, significant year in changes in this world. And many of the changes are coming about because Mother Earth is shifting into fourth density out of the third. It's creating chaos here. Everything is amplified. Negative thoughts are amplified and made greater than they've ever been before. Positive, loving thoughts are also increasing in amplification, and they're stronger, more powerful than ever before. So people are choosing either the dark path, a path of fear, or they're choosing the higher path, the path of love and integrity. One or the other. You can't do both. We sort of bebop around between that higher level of consciousness and the lower level of consciousness. But the idea is you want to get up into the higher areas and stay there and grow there together with other like-minded people, myself included in that group. There are many wonderful teachers on the internet today. I'm amazed at how many there are, and some of them so young, they are really on fire for higher consciousness. Call it being on fire for God. This is not religion. This is spirituality, and those things are not the same. Spirituality is where you are actually listening to higher conscious and you're thinking with your God mind. There's a verse in the Course in Miracles that says, if you're not thinking with God and like God, you're not really thinking at all. That's interesting. If you're not thinking like God, you're not really thinking at all. What you're simply doing is recalling memories and reliving them over and over again instead of creating from the new. So I invite you to follow up, sign up, give this little video a thumbs up if you like it, and I look forward to seeing you on future recordings and Zoom meetings. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful 2024. Bye-bye.